Out where the oak tree casts shadows long and lean, by the whispering creek where we carved our names unseen, an old red scar faded by the sun and the sin, place where my heart knew peace, where our tales begin. That campfire's glow, warm against the cold night's roar, each spark a memory, your laughter the fire's core. Oh, campfire, shut the door on those golden days. Now I roam these gravel roads in a lonesome haze. The stars don't shine as bright when I sing your name. Lost love's echo, a mournful tune in the flame. Porch with creaking wood, the cabin stands empty, dreams lost where we once stood. Rain taps on the roof like the beat of your heart. Dust settles where dances swirled, now worlds apart. The trail we once walked, now overgrown, not a trace, just a wandering wind through an empty embrace. Oh, campfire, shut the door on those golden days. Now I roam these silent hills in a lonesome haze. The moon hangs low, heavy with the tales we spun. My shadow stretches far, melting with the setting sun. If I could ride one last time down that old lane, feel the wind, hear your voice calling soft and plain. Maybe this heartache could find its final rest underneath the oak's arms where we love best. So campfire, shut the door, let those embers die. I'll carry this torch alone neath the vast endless sky. Every sunset a reminder of what the heart keeps, even as the cowboy sings the memory weaves. Campfire, shut the door, leave me with the night, a silhouette against the stars, holding on too tight.
In the shadow of the valley where the wild coyotes roam, stands an old house by the river, made of stone and weathered bone. Underneath the ancient oak tree I carved our names years ago, with her scarf tied round my neck in the winds that used to blow. Old house waits like my heart across the empty rusting gates. Porches creak with whispered tales of sunsets lost in love that failed. Every plank and broken rail sings a song of dust and trail. Old house waits, oh it waits, while my lone heart just contemplates. Heard our laughter, now they're quiet, overgrown. Windows stare like hollowed eyes, mirroring the moons I've known. That old saddle sits forgotten, leather cracked as my worn skin. She's the storm that left one morning, turned my summers into wind. Old house waits like my heart across the empty rusting gates. Porches creak with whispered tales of sunsets lost in love that failed. Every plank and broken rail sings a song of dust and trail. Old house waits, oh it waits, while my lone heart just contemplates. sunset's red. Old house waits like my heart beneath the sky so vast, so wide. Echoes of our whispered goodbyes in the rooms where love once lied. Time may heal, so they say, but some voids are too deep to fill. Old house waits, it still waits, and I reckon it always will.
Out by the ridge, where the old oak weeps, your scarf still dances on a breeze so sweet. We carved our names under stars so deep, where the lonely fire sleeps. Oh, my heart rides the winds of those silent plains, where the whispers echo with your name. Under the moonlight, my regrets I keep beside the ashes where the lonely fire sleeps. The porch still creaks from our last goodbye. The saddle's dusty, no more rides. Gravel roads stretch neath endless skies. Memories fade where old love lies. Oh, my heart rides the winds of those silent plains, where the whispers echo with your name. Under the moonlight, my regrets I keep beside the ashes where the lonely fire sleeps. Rain washes old trails, but not the pain. Dust settles, but your scent remains. In every sunset, your shadow creeps through empty cabins where my sorrow seeps. I'll sing to the stars about a love that was deep in a town too small for secrets to keep. Forever wandering, a soul that never sleeps, dreaming by the ruins where the lonely fire sleeps. Yes, I'm lost in the quiet where the lonely fire sleeps. In the shadow of the oak, where our names were once carved deep, the wind whispers secrets that old wood can't keep. Underneath the half-lit moon, near the creek where we met, lies a worn-out saddle, ain't no rider been said. Oh, the fading light shut the door on what used to be. Gravel roads and porch lights fading out to sea. Your scarf still hangs on the hook beside my worn out hat. In the silence after sunset, only memories come back. Now the townsfolk seldom speak the love that we had, like a rain-washed inscription, something good turned to sad. Cabins empty where laughter danced through open doors. Now it's just a hollow echo on those dusty wooden floors. Yes, the fading light shut the door on what used to be. Gravel roads and porch lights fading out to sea. Your scarf still hangs on the hook beside my worn-out hat. In the silence after sunset, only memories come back. By the riverside, I let the currents take your song. It's in the wild lands we wandered that my heart still roams along. As the stars up above start to mimic our old fire, I realize some doors that close fuel a never-ending pyre. And the fading light shut the door, but oh, in dreams you're never far. Echoes of hoofbeats and heartbeats beneath the same old stars. Still your scarf and that old hook, where past and present meet. In the quiet night, the ghost of you is the shadow next to me. As the night winds call, I know I can't reclaim or restore. For the fading light shut the door. Yes, the fading light shut the door.
Saw you last night in that corner bar. Same old smile, same broken star. You raised your glass, I froze in place. Damn, time's been kind to your face. We talked like strangers who once knew how to dance slow in dusty shoes. Laughed a bit, then paused too long, like a verse that forgot its song. We were almost forever, damn near the story they'd remember. But almost don't keep fires warm, and maybe don't survive the storm. I still hear your name in old songs played on jukebox hearts in towns that fade. We had the spark, we missed the weather. Yeah, we were almost forever. You said you got 2 kids and a dog. I smiled and sipped my second shot. I lied and said I'm doing fine, but hell, I still write your name in lines. We both know what could have been if pride had let forgiveness in. But now we're just used to be in someone else's memory. We were almost forever, almost the line in the love letter. But we folded the page too soon and lost each other under the moon. I still wear the shirt you stole from me and curse the days I let you leave. Some love just ain't that clever. Ours was almost forever. Some other life I'd hold your hand without the fight, but fate ain't kind to those who wait, and too late came right on time. We were almost forever, like autumn leaves that miss the tether. We drifted far on winds unsaid, now we toast to what we left dead. And when this night fades into dawn, you'll walk away and I'll move on, but I'll whisper your name in the letter of a heart that remembers almost forever.
In the shadow of the oak, where our names were once told, leather boots side by side, yours were new, mine were old. We watched the sun bleed its gold over hills soft and bold, but your laughter's now a whisper in the prairie's windy fold. Oh, my heart rides the trails of your echoing ghost, where the wind talks in sighs and the silence boasts. These boots, they've turned cold since you've been gone, lost in the dust of dreams withdrawn. Saddle sits untouched, it's weathered by the storm. In the cabin where your scar flies, tattered and forlorn, old porch creaks underfoot like it mourns the morn. Since the day you left, it's just shadows I adorn. Oh, my heart rides the trails of your echoing ghost, where the wind talks in sighs and the silence boasts. These boots, they've turned cold since you've been gone, lost in the dust of dreams withdrawn. There's a quiet in the rain, a melody unsung of gravel roads not taken, words we left unstrung. I roam through fading trails where our rivers once flowed. Now I understand, some love's too heavy a load. So I'll walk these vacant lands where our memories rove, with boots turned cold in the absence of love. Yes, these boots, they've turned cold since you've been gone. A cowboy's heart wanders, forever withdrawn. Oh, these boots have turned cold, but the journey's not old. In the silence of the sunset, where our stories retold. In the shadow of an oak where the wildflowers lie, first saw her laughing under sapphire skies. Her hair danced with the wind on that old porch swing. Memories like dust on my worn out jeans. The sun dipped low in her eyes. eyes the glow, set the world ablaze with dreams only we know. The swing closed her eyes, now the stars don't shine. Empty trails, her whispers cling to pines. Every sunset bleeds the color she once drew. In this heart, her absence whispers through. Years flew like the leaves in the autumn air. That swing grew old, the oak stood bare. The cabin's quiet where laughter once played, only echoes of footsteps that slowly fade. Where once was a fire, now lies cold ash. Her scarf in my hands under heaven's vast. The swing closed her eyes, now the stars don't shine. Empty trails, her whispers cling to pines. Every sunset bleeds the color she once drew. In this heart, her absence whispers through. On this gravel road where our dreams once roamed, I wander with the ghost in silence alone. The prairie sings a lonesome heartfelt tune under the same old moon she loved in June. The swing closed her eyes, now the stars don't shine. Empty trails, her whispers cling to pines. As the night seals the edges of the lonely sky, my soul knows some echoes never die. So here I roam, where memories and winds collide. The swing closed her eyes and part of me died in the twilight haze. Her laughter softly fades on this endless road where our past serenades.
In the shadow of the oak, where our names were once told, leather boots side by side, yours were new, mine were old. We watched the sun bleed its gold over hills soft and bold, but your laughter's now a whisper in the prairie's windy fold. Oh, my heart rides the trails of your echoing ghost, where the wind talks in sighs and the silence boasts. These boots, they've turned cold since you've been gone, lost in the dust of dreams withdrawn. The saddle sits untouched, it's weathered by the storm. In the cabin where your scarf lies tattered and forlorn, old porch creaks underfoot like it mourns the morn. Since the day you left, it's just shadows I've dorn. Oh, my heart rides the trails of your echoing ghost, where the wind talks in sighs and the silence boasts. These boots, they've turned cold since you've been gone, lost in the dust of dreams withdrawn. There's a quiet in the rain, a melody unsung, of gravel roads not taken and words we left unstrung. I roam through fading trails where our rivers once flowed, and now I understand some love's too heavy a load. So I'll walk these vacant lands where our memories rove,
with boots turned cold in the absence of love. Yes, these boots, they've turned cold since you've been gone. A cowboy's heart wanders, forever withdrawn. Oh, these boots have turned cold, but the journey's not old. In the silence of the sunset, where our stories retold.
Out where the oak tree shadows creep, by the creek where the willows weep, there's a wheel half buried where lilies grow, marking love's passage soft and slow. Her laughter echoes in the breeze, whispers across the Amarillo seas. That old wagon wheel, rusted red, spins tales of the love we once had. Wagon wheel, keep on turning through the whispering winds, and the fire's still burning. My heart rides on your rusty rim, rolling through memories brim to brim. In the cool night air under starlit vaults, my spirit wanders, my heart halts. By that old wagon wheel I'm forever dawned, bound to the ghost the wagon wheel haunts. Years have worn the leather of my saddle, paths have changed, now let's travel. The cabin's empty, the porch swings alone, echoing steps of a love long gone. Riding these trails, dust to dawn, the scarf she left now sun-bleached and worn. Gone the dreams where wild roses sprout, leaving just shadows filled with doubt. Wagon wheel, keep on turning through the whispering winds, and the fire's still burning. My heart rides on your rusty rim, rolling through memories brim to brim. In the cool night air under starlit vaults, my spirit wanders, my heart halts. By that old wagon wheel I'm forever dawned, bound to the ghost the wagon wheel haunts. Now the rains trace old trails like tears on my face, each drop a memory, each storm a trace of a love so wild, like the mustangs that run underneath the fading western sun. Wagon wheel, keep on turning, my heart's a campfire forever burning. Ghostly love, ride with the wind in the wild yonder, where our dreams are thin. Here by the wheel I stand, I haunt with the quiet whispers the wagon wheel taunts. In the silence there's nothing to flaunt, just a cowboy, his memories, and the wagon wheel haunts. Out where the oak trees shadow the forgotten roads, I wander past the cabin where the west wind always blows. There lies a faded scarf you wore, it dances in the breeze, among the whispering ghosts of the rustling autumn leaves. Ghost remembers, oh how the sunset used to glow on your hair like wildfire in the days of long ago. Now the trails are empty and the stars don't shine the same. Ghost remembers love, lost like a whisper to the flame. Carved our names on the old porch under sky so wide and blue. Now rain washes over like memories I can't undo. The saddle sits untouched now, where once we rode side by side through fields of golden yarrow. Now it's where my heartache hides. Ghost remembers, oh, how the sunset used to glow on your hair like wildfire in the days of long ago. Now the trails are empty and the stars don't shine the same. Ghost remembers love, lost like a whisper to the flame. Settles faster than before. Footprints on the gravel road, not leading to your door. Time may heal the lonely, but the clock just ticks in vain, when every second pulls me back to you in dreams again. Ghost remembers, and oh, the pain's a quiet friend, echo in the hoofbeats till the very bitter end. Maybe on some distant morn the wind will lose your scent. A ghost remembers love in a heart that won't relent. Ghost remembers love in a heart that won't relent.
In the hush of dawn's first blush, by the creek where willows weep, I found a scarf light and torn where our love swore to keep. Underneath that old oak tree, carved two names for all to see, now just ghost in the breeze, whispering just to me. Boots rolled through, kicking dust, leaving just a trace. Silhouettes against the sunset, a haunted lover's grace. Every creaking floorboard on that porch echoes her sweet laugh. Boots rolled through, but her memory's a photograph that won't fade in half. Gravel roads where we once roamed, now paths I walk alone. The cabin's empty, the fire's cold, where warmth once brightly shone. Old saddle hanging untouched tells more than words could say, since you took that midnight train and life turned shades of gray. Boots rolled through, kicking dust, leaving just a trace. Silhouettes against the sunset, a haunted lover's grace. Every creaking floorboard on that porch echoes her sweet laugh. Boots rolled through, but her memory's a photograph that won't fade in half. Oh, the rains that came washed some pain, left puddles of the past. But deep in me the river runs to seas that hold you fast. By the oak the scarf still flies, a flag of what's no more.
In the winds that cross the plains, I hear you close the door. Boots rode through, kicking dust, leaving just a trace. Silhouettes against the sunset, a haunted lover's grace. Though I trek these hills and valleys, through the whispers of your laugh, boots rode through, and I'm just shadows of the past, catching photographs. Yes, boots rode through, and my heart's a worn out map of your footpath.
In the shadow of the oak, by the creek where whispers float, I first saw her wild hair in the sun's retiring glare. We danced on creaking boards neath the porch of weathered lore, her laughter twining through like the breeze in twilight's hue. Unspoken words watch me leave in the dust of twilight's eve. A scarf she wore, now part of the core of the saddle I used to grieve. As the sun bids goodbye in the vast regretful sky, her memory's a ghost on this endless lonesome coast. Years flew like the storm that paints the desert north, from bustling towns to silent nights under the cold, distant lights. The cabin empty sighs, and in its corners my heart lies. But time washed away the dreams like pebbles in mountain stream. Unspoken words watch me leave in the rain that night did weave. The scarf she wore lay on the cabin floor where my hopes began to cleave. As the wind whispers low through the valleys I once known, her touch a fleeting trace in the chill of empty space. And the roads they twist and turn, each with a lesson stern. To right is to wrong in a world that's just foam, on the sea of grass and stone where my heart finds its own. Unspoken words watch me leave as I held my breath to grieve. A scarf she wore, now frayed and torn in the dreams I still believe. With every setting sun, my wandering heart's undone. A cowboy rides alone with his heart forever thrown. So let the sunsets glow, tell the tales of woe, of a cowboy's lone ride with his memories as his guide. Unspoken words like birds fly away into the skies, and under the vast starlit night a lone heart quietly lies.
out where the oak trees shadow the old gravel road. I found a scarf you left, a faded but bold, beneath the stars where our whispers once danced. An empty cabin recalls how we chanced. A sunset bleeds red, just like my old heart, in those quiet towns we're miles apart. The campfire forgot how to spark your flame, but these winds, they still howl your name. Lost in the echoes of soft, dusty trails, my soul rides lonesome with brittle old sails. That porch we once dreamed on, now silent and warm. The laughter's faded, the wood planks forlorn. Where rivers once sang through the cool evening air, now just the ghost of your scent lingers there. The path we walked, overgrown, lost to time, and I wander these ways with a heart heavy like crime. The campfire forgot how to spark your flame, but these winds, they still howl your name. Lost in the echoes of soft, dusty trails, my soul rides lonesome with brittle old sails. Under the vast unyielding sky, I've learned that even the strongest cry, in the echo of each hoofbeat's fall, I find the loneliest truth of all. The campfire forgot, but I'll never erase the love, the pain, the beauty, your face. Lost in the echoes of soft, dusty trails, my soul rides lonesome where memory prevails. The night grows cold as old songs fade, but your shadow in the moonlight forever stay.
The sky was gray when they lowered you down. Not a soul spoke, not a choir sound, just me, the wind, and boots on clay, and a heart that broke in a quiet way. I didn't bring roses from no store, didn't dress up or stand by more, just wore the flannel you loved to mend, and held that scarf you knit back then. I laid a scarf on your grave, not a wreath, not a name engraved, just wool and thread from your own hand, tied with love I still can't stand. The cold crept in, but I just stayed, whispering, God, please let her fade. Soft and warm, not sharp and brave, so I laid a scarf on her grave. offered prayers, but I declined, said she already knew. God just fine, I traced her name in dirt below, where snow will fall and time will go. But winter can't freeze what we had, though it chills this cowboy bad. You kept me warm through every ride. Now it's my turn to guard your side. I laid a scarf on your grave with trembling hands, and love that stayed. It smelled of smoke and you and spring and every small forgotten thing. They say men don't cry, men don't break, but Lord, even iron learns to shake when love digs deep and won't behave. So I left that scarf on your grave. You once said, if I go first, don't bring lilies, just something real. So I did. I brought you us. I laid a scarf on your grave, no song to sing, no soul to save, just you and I like always been. One last touch before the end. And when they ask what lovers gave, I'll say I brought no rose, but a scarf for her grave. Out where the oak tree shadows lay long into dusk, I found a scarf you left, now faded threads of musk, by the old log cabin where our initials are still carved. A letter waits in silence, edges worn and starved. Oh, the winds, they whisper of you across the barren trails. Dust stirs memories like ghosts beneath the coyote wails. Each sunset bleeds like our love did, in scarlet and in gold. And every night I'm riding through dreams I can't hold. Gravel roads, they've shifted just like time's cruel hand. The saddle's worn and brittle where once it made us stand. That porch we'd sit just waiting for the rain to bless the land. Now it only echoes one set of boots and a solitary name. Oh, the winds, they whisper of you across the barren trails. Dust stirs memories like ghosts beneath the coyote wails. Each sunset bleeds like our love did, in scarlet and in gold. And every night I'm lost in dreams that I can't hold. Underneath the weeping willow, I confess to stars above, how the heart can hold such spaces filled with endless love. But the shadows grow in corners where your laughter used to stray, and in the stillness of the night my soul just drifts away.
Oh, the winds, they sing of you down the empty, endless trails where our memories roam like shadows, hidden deep in veils. Each sunset's a reminder of the love that had to fold. And every night I'm riding, haunted by the cold. A letter waits unread, my dear, where tears and time prevail. In the heart of a lonesome cowboy riding the lonely trail. In the shadow of Lonesome Hill, beneath the whispering oak, where the sunset spills its gold and the old story spoke, I found a scarf of faded red, tangled in the breeze, every thread of memory dancing with the leaves. A lonesome hill whispers low and sweet of the girl I love, where the earth and sky meet. Now she's a ghost in the wind, a whisper in the rain. Her echo rides the valley on a train I can't detain. Years roll like thunder through towns quiet and cold. Our cabin's just embers, the porch worn and old. Gone the laughter that filled up the dusty gravel road. Now it's just my lone shadow and her memories I hold. A lonesome hill whispers low and sweet of the girl I love, where the earth and sky meet. Her touch of faded sunlight on the saddle worn and gray. I'm a silhouette at sunset with too much gone away. There's solace in the saddle under stars that still roam, but every trail just circles back to her, my heart's home. Guess every lonesome cowboy with his song and his sin finds a stir up too empty where her laughter had been. So lonesome hill whispers and I whisper back, words lost on the wind down a long forgotten track. Maybe love's just a shadow, an echo fading slow. A heart holds its secrets where only wild winds go. Out by the old Laughlin Range, where the oak tree shadows dance, I found our names carved deep in bark, now overgrown and stark. The breeze whips through the empty space where once we'd embrace. Beneath starlit skies, your laughing eyes, now just a ghost I chase. In the whisper of the leaves, in the moaning of the eaves, your voice a distant echo that my heart can't seem to leave. I hold you like a ghost held tight through the lonely prairie night. A memory fades at dawn's first light, but never leaves my sight. legend stands, but you're long gone, like lyrics from an old song. Gravel roads where we once roamed, now paths I walk alone. That old porch swing, it sways in vain. No laughter does it bring, just rusty chains and rain-stained dreams and pain that clings and clings. In the whisper of the leaves, in the moaning of the eaves, your voice a distant echo that my heart can't seem to leave. I hold you like a ghost held tight through the lonely prairie night. A memory fades at dawn's first light, but never leaves my sight. Could I wander neath these endless skies, find where my true heart lies? Or am I doomed to roam these trails with your ghost by my side? Each sunset burns not just the sky, but the very threads of time, as I clutch the scarf you left behind in this broken heart of mine. In the whisper of the leaves, in the moaning of the eaves, your voice a distant echo that my heart can't seem to leave. I hold you like a ghost held tight through the darkest prairie night, shadow fading with the light. In a love that's lost the fight, I hold you like a ghost held tight as I whisper my good night. Where the oak tree whispers to the breeze, past Johnson's farm, that old porch calls to me. We dance 'neath stars, your laughter in the wind. Those moonlit nights, my heart you'd always win. A scarf you left still hangs upon the rail, its threads as worn as tales this cabin tells. Porch cries under the weight of yesteryears. Sunsets bleed like the tears we can't reclaim. Where your shadow merged with mine, now just gravel roads and the echo of your name. The saddle rests untouched by time's rough hands, but I've roamed far past these wild forgotten lands, where once our dreams like wildflowers freely bloomed. Now empty rooms and silence starkly loom. An old path fades where we once walked in stride, under a sky too vast, too deep to hide. Porch cries under the weight of yesteryears. Sunsets bleed like the tears we can't reclaim. Where your shadow merged with mine, now just gravel roads and the echo of your name. Sometimes the wind brings whispers soft and low, a hint of songs we sang so long ago. And though I've tried to wander from the past, in every dust your memory holds fast. Porch cries under the weight of yesteryears. I'm learning now, some ghosts you never cleared. Where once our love lay deep like riverbeds, remains the dust of all that's left unsaid. In twilight's hush, the night takes up your part, sings to the beat of this old weathered heart. In the shadow of the oak, where river water's been, I first saw her silhouette as the evening light did win. Blue scarf in the breeze, like a flag without a claim. Those banks held our whispers, now they just hold my pain. River echoes, oh, they moan with secrets, oh, carrying her laughter with the sorrow I now hold. Each ripple a soft cry, the dreams we let slip. River echoes haunt me like ghost ship. Years rode away like dust on a gravel road, left an empty cabin where our loved ones float. Saddles worn and dusty, porch wood is split. Life's cruel sunsets taught me how to sit alone with it. River echoes, oh, how they moan with secrets, oh, carrying her laughter with the sorrow I now hold. Each ripple a soft cry of dreams we let slip. River echoes haunt me like ghost ship. Underneath the vast, unyielding prairie sky, I reckon every lonesome star reflects an old goodbye. Wander in this quiet land where wild hearts roam, finding that you lose yourself and searching for a home. River echoes whisper through the sycamore, tales of what we had and the peace I yearn for more. With every setting sun and each lonesome moonlit night, those river echoes fill me, then slowly drift out of sight. In the echo of the West.
Sunset spills on a gravel road where we once walked slow, beneath the oak trees' ancient shade, near the creek's gentle flow. Your laughter mingled with the breeze, a scarf caught in the wind, in that quiet, dusty town where my heart did so depend. Oh, the creek left behind, with its whispering sighs, holds the echoes of our words under wide open skies. Now the water's running low, like the tears I've cried by the creek left behind, where my lonesome heart resides. Years rolled like thunderclouds, porch creaks with my weight. That old swing's empty now, like the chair beside my gate. Your saddle's gathering dust in the barn where shadows sleep. I'm a drifter on these lands where memories cut so deep. Oh, the creek left behind, with its whispering sighs, holds the echoes of our words under wide open skies. Now the waters are running low, like the tears I've cried by the creek left behind, where my soul can't hide. In the stillness of the cabin, where the fire's warmth has died, I see you in the flickering light, dancing by
my side. A whisper in the pine's embrace tells me you're not far, but like dust on that long winding road, you're an unreachable star. Oh, the creek left behind with its sorrowful cries, a testament of love under stormy autumn skies. I'm a shadow in the sunset, in a tale that never lies. At the creek left behind, a cowboy's heart never dies, fading out with the chilling breeze that once brought love so near. By the creek left behind, I'll disappear.